wherever you are. We appreciate you being here, taking the time to join us for a Paraiba overview. We're going to show you today, guys, how to have crypto make crypto, a passive way to create profit daily while you're doing something else, right? It's all about leveraging your time. You could be sleeping, eating, on a beach somewhere, and this is making money for you behind the scenes through trading activity, mostly crypto trading activity. And we're going to show you how it all works here today. I'm Michael. I'm from Ontario, Canada, and I've been involved in the networking space for probably about 20 years now, and certainly the crypto space for the last about 5 or 6 years. And it's a fun space to be in many regards, but it's also a volatile and a bit of a crazy space to be in also, isn't it? If you've been in for a few years, you know what I'm talking about. And there's certainly ways to create an income here with the crypto arena, and it can be very exciting. Certainly I've lost money before. I'm sure some of you have too, and I've made a lot of money. And it's fun when you're making money. There's no doubt about it. But when you lose, guys, you always learn, right? When you lose, you learn. And my check mark has gotten pretty long. And I look for a lot of things, a lot of important things before I get involved personally. If I'm going to put my energy into something, it's got to be worthwhile, right? And I hope you would feel the same. And so I went down my checklist with this when I first saw it, and everything was green checked. Said this hits it. If I'm going to give my crypto to a company, then it's got to be the best it can possibly be. There's no perfection out there, guys. There's no perfection, but I think this can get close. This gets close to it. This is just about as good as it can get, in my opinion. These are numbers that make sense to me. They're plausible. They're reasonable. We got a great management team here, and maybe the CEO will join us here today. We'll see if he can make it, and you'll get to hear maybe a little bit from him. But we've got some great people here with us, and we're going to show you how you can potentially be involved here. Add this to your portfolio of online income streams. And I got to tell you guys, if you've been around for a little bit in this arena, then you know that we've got to be careful out there, right? There's a lot of scams, a lot of nonsense, right? Companies giving you 1%, 2%, 3% a day or something like that. I mean, come on, that's not going to be sustainable for the long term, is it? And so you got to make sure that you've got to have a company such as what we are going to show you here today, where the numbers do make sense, that we can have something that can last. That's what I'm looking for. I hope that's what you're looking for. But I want something that's going to be here for 1, 2, 3, 5 years, maybe beyond. Who knows, right? That could be possible. But definitely, if we're going to put our energy into something, then we got to believe that if we put our head down on the pillow and wake up in the morning, that it's going to be there, right? We need to have that, right? We don't want any stress in our lives. We want to have, we need a little bit, of course, but we don't want to have any major stress like that, right? We want to feel comfortable knowing that we've got something solid, foundations set up well for the long term. So guys, I've been able to develop a great team of people here. Love my team. We got awesome individuals here that comprise this incredible company. And I've been able to develop a monthly income that is, far surpassing most high-paying jobs. And so, I like the fact that I've created some freedom for myself. I'm seeing my team members create freedom for themselves, an extra $2,000, $5,000 per month and more, $10,000. Some people are making 4 figures per day here with Paraiba. And so anything is really possible, right? Whatever you're looking for could be $100 a day extra, could be $200 a month extra, right? I've heard that could save people from bankruptcy, an extra $200 a month, right? That can be done very easily here, as well as $500 a day, $1,000 a day. This is all happening here right now, guys, depending on your level of effort and what you put into this, right? Energy flows where focus goes. And I've decided to put some focus here. A lot of us here on this call have decided to put some focus here because we see what's going on. A lot of leaders are coming in from around the world because they see the potential, the power of being involved in something that's fairly still at the beginning, even though we've been around since October. This mostly started in the German-speaking market. And many thousands of German speakers got into Paraiba, and then they decided, you know what, we're going to start to share this around the world, open up other markets. And so really, we just started in the English-speaking world in and around March, April of this year. So we're still fairly new in many markets, and we still have many to get to. So it's exciting to be involved in something that's still fairly at the beginning. And congratulations to you if you're just seeing this now, because you're going to see something that can last for many years, because we have something that works really well. It's like a fine-tuned machine. I like to call it German engineering. We have a great CEO here, Eric Eli. He's actually born in the States, but he lives in Germany, and he's a trader. He's a cryptocurrency trader. And he realized a while back that he could do things a little bit better, better in the crypto online business space. He saw what was out there, didn't like what he saw, but he knew what could be possible with crypto trading because he was a successful trader. So he got some very highly skilled traders together, and we have 7 highly skilled traders here with Paraiba, and he started this company. And guys, I got to tell you, since I've been involved in April of this year, it's been fantastic. I can't think of anything negative at all. Everything's been very, very positive. Everything's ran smoothly. Company's making more money than they need to pay us. And it's exciting. It's exciting to see what's going on. So let's get started, guys, with a quick risk disclaimer. Very important, to understand that if you're going to get involved in anything online, anything that has the potential for a reward, then there's going to be some risk. That is just the way of the world. And so, yes, you could potentially lose your money here. So just realize that that is a possibility. Now, we certainly don't think so, all right, based on what we have here, but it is a possibility. One has to realize that. And this is information, guys, for educational purposes. We are not financial advisors. And if you're going to get involved with us, then please, very important, you would not put money into Paraiba or anything else really online that you need for a mortgage or that you need for food or necessities of life, right? You wouldn't do that. You would get involved with funds that are just sitting around, that are extra, that you don't need, that you want to get to work, right? We're all adults. I'm sure we understand that. Let's get started. So as mentioned, guys, the heart of Paraiba is that we are a trading company. All right, we have those 7 very highly skilled traders behind the scenes. And they do about 95% cryptocurrency trading. There is a little bit of Forex currency trading as well. But the crypto trading markets are a very exciting market to be in because they have some volatility to them, right? And traders love volatility. They love when it goes up and down like a roller coaster, right? That's how they can make their profit. So it's very liquid. We're not having, a whole bunch of third parties hold our funds and pray that it comes back to us. The company has full control over all of these accounts, all right? And I've talked to the CEO, at the very, very beginning of this. The CEO was very nice enough to do a webinar specific to me, and it was just us, and he was showing me the trading. So I have seen the trading, and 100% it's real, 100%. And my sponsor, Stefano, I believe, is on with us today. He's also live and in person seeing the trading. So we know that this company is absolutely 100% doing cryptocurrency trading. But I also know from my conversations with him that he has a lot of safety built in with this. The traders, for example, they don't have access to take out any of the funds. They only have access to trade. He keeps everything that he's not trading on cold storage wallets. I mean, there's a lot of things that he does. I'm not going to go down the full list, but a lot of things that he shared with me that were very important for safety, right? Company has full control over everything and can pull out funds as they need to, right? That's what's good. There's no waiting when you control the funds in your own cryptocurrency exchange accounts. So they also do a little bit of arbitrage trading. I'll just explain that with an example. If you have Bitcoin at, say, 11,000 on Binance and you buy it and then you sell it for, say, 11,100 on BitMEX, you just made $100 profit. So it's simply the difference between an asset in one market or on one exchange in this case versus another. And the Bitcoin price does fluctuate slightly in different markets, right? All the time. So our traders can take advantage of that, right? Very important. So as mentioned, the CEO is a trader himself. He actually helps with the trading. He watches over everything going on from his traders. Everything very carefully done here. I like that. And here's a big, unique, interesting thing. I've never heard of this before, but when Eric told me about this, I thought, wow, that's a great idea. That makes a lot of sense. What if the company never lost from the trading? What if the company never lost? And you might think, wow, how is that even possible, right? Here's how it's possible. He has the traders collateralized. So what that means is if you're going to work for Paraiba, you have to put up your own Bitcoin as a trader in a separate wallet that the company controls. So for example, if a trader is given 10 Bitcoin to trade with, that trader has to put up 30%, which could be the drawdown maximum that they get into, in that separate wallet. 30% of that 10 Bitcoin, which is 3 Bitcoin, goes into a separate wallet that the company controls. If that trader gets into a drawdown, maxes it out at 30% and loses, then the company keeps that Bitcoin in that separate wallet. Now that does two things. Number one, that attracts the best traders in the world to Paraiba because obviously they don't want to lose their own money, right? That makes sense, okay? And then it makes sense because the company is fully in control of everything going on, right? The company cannot lose. So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing that this happens, right? I like that. When the CEO told me about that, when Eric told me about that, I said, wow, that's amazing. And as far as I have heard, it happened once. It happened once last year where a trader got into a drawdown and lost. And it has not happened again as far as I know. So that's pretty amazing, right? We're attracting the best traders and we have incredible safety here for the company that they would not lose if anything happened with one of the traders. So that's pretty awesome. I like that. So they're creating, guys, they're creating an income for us behind the scenes through their trading, okay? Their trading that happens. And we are getting paid, guys, 4 days a week here with Paraiba. And you might ask yourself, well, why would we only get paid 4 days per week? Well, it's very simple, guys. There's 3 other days in the week. Now, the company has to get paid, right? The company has to get paid because they have expenses, right? We have management. We have events. There's an event going on right now in Turkey. The company has programmers, developers. They have all of these people that need to get paid. The company obviously has expenses. So that's important. Also, what if there's maybe one trading day during those 4 days that we're getting paid where it's not quite what they want it to be? Well, they've got a cushion. They've got a cushion of those other 3 days. Remember, it's not just about us as the members. It's about the company being strong, right? It's about the company having a foundation for the long term. As long as they're making more money than they need to pay us, then they can be around for a very long time. So that made sense to me. And we still are making very, very good money here with Paraiba, getting paid the 4 days per week, which is about 17 days per month. And you're going to see that. And I'm going to show my account afterwards, guys, so you can really see the different ways that we're getting paid here and how this all works. But whether you are passive, in other words, if you don't share this with anyone, you can do tremendously well here. And we're going to show you some strategies on how to do that. But if you do decide to share it, then I'm going to show you here some ways also that are incredible. Guys, I haven't seen a compensation like this in a long time, and it makes sense. It makes sense from so many standpoints, which I love. So let's get into it here. So what can you make yourself from your own investment with Paraiba? So company will pay you from 0.3% per business day up to 0.5% on your own investment with the company. So we're looking at in and around just over 5% per month up to 8% per month. But we do have some strategies. We do have some strategies that can bump that up even further. Okay, and we will show you those here afterwards. Now, you might think to yourself, well, I've been online for a while. I've seen a whole bunch of companies out there that pay more, right? Well, that goes back to what I was saying before. Can you put your head down at night on the pillow and feel good that the company's going to be there in the morning? There are companies out there, and people sometimes send them to me, and I don't look at them because I'm not going to join something that pays 2% a day because I know it's probably going to be gone in a month. So, guys, we have to be careful, right? These numbers, in my opinion, as I said, make sense to me, and I hope they make sense to you as we go along here. But this is much better than anything that is traditional, okay? If you compare this to anything out there, to what banks are doing, there's just no comparison. This is tremendous. And if you take advantage of all the income streams here with Paraiba, then you're really going to see that you can bump this up even more. Okay, so we're just talking about one particular income stream here with your own funds. Okay, now let's get into exactly how you would start here with Paraiba. So with Paraiba, the investment starts from $25 US in Bitcoin. Okay, we use a US dollar denomination for our accounts, and it's Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out currently. However, I understand that Ethereum and possibly Tether are being programmed in, and that will be an option. Also, we are partnering with an exchange. We've already partnered with them, as far as I know, and that's being programmed in right now. So that will be coming out soon. Maybe if Eric gets on with us here later, he can tell us about that. But we're going to have other options as well, since we have this exchange. So that's going to be very exciting. So $25 is the minimum. Would I recommend you get started with $25 and just stay there at $25? No, I don't recommend that at all. Okay. And the reason I would not is because you have to make this worthwhile yourself. You're going to crunch the numbers just like I did and realize that Paraiba is actually a little bit of a higher class company. Okay. We're not, for the people that just want to throw in a little bit and be done. Okay. And I know there's people out there, and $25 is a lot to some people in some countries. I get that. However, they may not be for Paraiba. Okay, it's just what it is. It's a higher class company, and I would recommend the very bare minimum $100 if you're going to get involved here with Paraiba, and really $1,000 minimum is even better. And you're going to see why as I go through some of these numbers here, why that makes the most sense. Okay, if you have some funds in your account that are growing or that are coming in from the profits they're making you, and you have $25 sitting in your account and your usable balance, then you can reinvest it. So that is the minimum reinvestment with your Paraiba account. You can also set it on auto deposit, which is nice too. There's a little button in your profile area, if you notice, that you can click. And every time you have $25 in your account, then it will automatically go back in. So that's kind of cool as well. And so daily deposits are in Bitcoin, as mentioned, payouts in Bitcoin. We have the ability to, I'm just sending me a message there. We have the ability to do a withdraw once per week, guys. So on Sundays, today being Sunday, if you want to do a withdraw and you have enough in there, then you can do one by 6 o'clock Eastern time, and it's always paid out by Wednesday of the following week. Okay, so within 1 to 3 days. And guys, I got to tell you, I've done a lot of withdrawals, and they're always on time. We have exceptionally smooth and excellent service here with Paraiba. There's 5 different ways we get paid with Paraiba. I'm going to go over each one of these very briefly, and then we have other videos, guys, afterwards. If you need some finer points on things, don't worry, we'll get all your questions answered. So as mentioned here on the left-hand side, we have our own investment, right, where we're getting the 0.3 up to 0.5% per day. And remember, even passively, we can bump this up. I'm going to show you that momentarily. We have the first line bonus. So the first line bonus is getting paid off all of the people that you personally refer in Paraiba. So just your first level, or your first line, as we call it. And what's nice about this first line is that it can actually be up to a 100% matching bonus here with this, which is kind of cool. So whatever they're making passively, you are also making passively. And we'll show you that works in just a moment. The pool share is also very unique here with Paraiba. I haven't seen a company ever do it quite this way, but we have something called the streamline. And the streamline is a number that's constantly increasing in your account. And I'm going to show you my account here momentarily so you understand this, but it's all of the deposits that come into the company after you have joined, okay? And I'm not talking about just your team. I'm talking about the entire world, okay? Anyone that comes into Paraiba and they deposit funds, it goes into your streamline. And the company can pay you a percentage of the profit made for the day from those streamlined funds. So imagine getting paid from everybody that joins after you. All right, the profit being generated from the trading. That's pretty exciting. And my streamline personally is over $10 million now. So that's going to get interesting here as the company grows. It's already really nice income. The downline bonus is getting paid off your entire team, no matter what level. Could be level 50, level 100, level 200. Company will still pay you. The ranking bonus. The ranking bonus is getting paid one time for achievements that you make from building a team. And that can be very exciting for many people. I just became a Green Diamond member, just got paid $1,000 as a bonus. We know our upline just became the top Paraiba Diamond member. He just got paid $25,000. I mean, that's exciting money, guys, and we'll show you how that works. So let's get into it. So as mentioned, we have our own investment. Minimum $25, up to $49,999. The company will pay you 0.3% per business day, which is Wednesday to Saturday here in the Western world, Thursday to Sunday in Europe. Okay, so 4 days per week. That's about 17 days per month on average. And the company will pay us for a 100-day cycle, so 100 of those business days, which is about 6 months. Okay, so let me say that one more time. 4 days per week, on average 17 days per month for 100 of those days, all right, which is about 6 months. At the end of those 6 months, here's what happens. The company says, would you like to continue? And if you want to continue, you simply continue. There's no expiry on your money. Some of you in here may have seen other companies out there that your funds expire after they hit a certain amount, right? They may double your funds or something like that. And then all of a sudden your entire deposit is gone. And then you've got to re-up. You've got to come back in again. And I always thought that's kind of silly. If the company's doing, real trading as an example, then why would my money expire if they're still trading with it? Never made sense to me that other companies did it that way. I believe Paraiba does it the right way. It makes sense to me. If they've got my funds in trade, then it should just continue. So it does, right? They've done it right. So at the 6 months, however, you can decide if you want to take back your deposit, okay? So you got $1,000 in there working. If you want to take all of that back, you can and close your account, no problem. But if you just want to continue, then you can. Just leave it. It will continue working for you, all right? So you don't have to add more money, but certainly I am, okay? Lots of other people are, because it is essentially a lifetime contract. Right? As long as Paraiba is around, as long as Paraiba is profitable, then you're going to make money, right? Your funds do not expire. They continue to work. They continue to grow in the system working for you. So every dollar you're adding is continually working for a lifetime with Paraiba. I like that. That makes the most sense to me. If you do over 50,000, guys, company will pay you 0.5% per business day. So again, we have just over 5% per month here on the 0.3. and around 8% per month on the 0.5%. But we can get this up, guys, to around 6.5%, 7%, even up to 10% and more by following some strategies, by being involved in all of the income streams, okay? And that's either passively or actively sharing this. So both can get it up there like that, all right? So let's get into this. If you are passive, all of these income streams I'm about to show you, you can take advantage of. If you are active in sharing this, obviously, you can take advantage of these income streams I'm about to show you. They're very exciting and they're tremendously profitable. The first line bonus, as mentioned, all of your first line people, your first level number 1, these are all those people. How would you qualify for this? Companies can actually pay you a percentage from the profit generated from those deposits of the first line people. All right. So instead of paying you, say, 10% of someone's deposit. And I've seen companies do that. And probably you have too, if you've been involved in the crypto space. And that's, in my opinion, not the way to do proper business, because it takes money away that could have gone into trading, right? So in my opinion, Paraiba does it right. Instead of paying an upfront bonus, they're actually paying you from the trading. That makes the most sense to me. So all the money that your first line people deposit, it goes into trading. All of it. And you're going to get a percentage from that trading. That makes the most sense, right? For the company. And remember, we want the company to be strong, don't we? Because that means it can last. So in my opinion, done right. So here's how it works. And it's also more powerful, by the way, much more powerful. I ran the numbers on it. So here's how it works to qualify for the first line bonus. You need to have $100 yourself on deposit. All the people here you see in the middle box, these first line accounts, they also need to have $100 or more. If you do that, if you have between 1 and 4 people that have $100 or more, company will pay you 0.05% per day. That's the trading profit made from those funds. Okay, it's a portion of the trading profit. Okay, if you can get yourself up to 20 people, and this is kind of a magic number here with Paraiba, but if you can share this with 20 people, and really, guys, look, if you share this with 100 people, I would bet at least 20 people will be joining your company. All right, would be joining your business. And you don't have to do this overnight. You could do it in, the first few weeks, first couple of months. It's fine, guys. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Just show this business. That's all we do. That's all we do. We show the overview, we follow up with people, and we repeat. That's what we do. That is how I built my business. That's how we should all build our businesses. And if you do that, there are going to be people that see this and like it and join and get started. So if you have 20 people that get started with at least $100, you are now qualified for the very top amount of the first line bonus, which is 0.3% per day. Now remember what you're getting. Let me just go back up here. Remember what you're getting on your own funds? 0.3% per day, right? So you are also getting what they're making, right? So all these 20 people are making 0.3% off their funds if it's less than 50,000. But you are also making the same exact amount here. So that's pretty neat, isn't it? It's like having their money in your own account, but it's their money still, right? So pretty powerful here, this way to get paid. That's why I suggest to everybody, try and get to 20 as quickly as you can, and so you can qualify for this. The downline bonus is exciting because you're getting paid off everybody on your entire team, multiple levels, all right? And for this one, you need to have $1,000 yourself deposited personally, okay? And that's why I said earlier that $1,000 is really the best way to get started with Paraiba because it qualifies you for everything. Now, these first line accounts, and again, this is for the qualifying purpose of this. And guys, if you are not muted, please mute yourself. Appreciate it. Thank you. If you have between 1 and 4 people that have $1,000 for themselves personally deposited, the company will pay you 0.01%, and that's a portion of the profits made from the trading, okay, per day. If you can get yourself up to 20 people that have at least $1,000 themselves, then the company will pay you the maximum 0.04% from the trading profit from all of those people. But it's not just those people. It's anyone, anywhere, on any level. Okay, it could be level 50, level 100, level 200. The company will pay you from all of those people, no matter how much they have at that point. It could be $200, $500, $700, doesn't matter, $50,000. You'll still get paid that 0.04%. So this, in time, can be your largest income stream from building a team here with Paraiba. It's very exciting. And we're going to show this to you, all of these income streams momentarily in an account. The pool share. So the pool share is paid from that streamline that I mentioned earlier. The streamline being all of the deposits that come into the company after you. So you are time-stamped when you join Paraiba. And so every single person then that joins after you and deposits, those funds go into your streamline. Even if you're a free member, for 30 days, that streamline grows. So I would certainly recommend that you upgrade with the company within 30 days so that you don't lose that, right? If you have a free account and you let it expire after 30 days, then that streamline's gone. All the streamline that's been building up for 30 days is gone. So you certainly want to make sure that if you're brand new, that you get started and upgrade so that you keep your account and keep that streamline growing. So what's exciting is the company takes a percentage of that streamline, 0.05%, and divides it by all of the people that are qualified here in these pools. And that's how we get paid, these pool shares. There's 7 pools that the company will pay us based on certain qualifications. And you can qualify for these pools passively, guys. I've got guys that are qualified right now up to pool 3, and they haven't shared this with even one person. So you can qualify yourself passively by not even referring this at all. That's pretty amazing. But certainly, I believe this deserves to be shared. And when you're building a team, guys, you can get yourself up to any one of these pools in time. I just qualified myself for the fourth pool, and that bumped up my income considerably. I'm going to show you that in my account momentarily. But you can see here as an example with the first pool, you need to have $1,000 yourself, personally working with Paraiba on deposit. Then you need to have one person directly that you sponsored on your first line that has $1,000. Could also be two people with $500. Doesn't matter as long as you have $1,000 total on that first line. But then the company will start paying you a portion of those pool profits every business day. The second pool, as you can see, qualification is a little bit higher. You need to have $5,000 yourself, and then you need to have 3 direct people personally sponsored, total of $5,000 on that first line. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see the various qualifications that you need in order to get paid on them. We have people now, I believe there's 4 people in the company getting paid on pool 7. 4 people getting paid on pool 7, which is pretty big. I mean, they're getting paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars per day just on that pool. Right, so 7 separate pools we get paid on. They're all very exciting. I really love this way that we get paid. And I would encourage you, if you're brand new here today and you don't have a free account yet with Paraiba, please, right afterwards, get a free account as quickly as you can, because that streamline starts to grow. And if you are a member of Paraiba and you are sharing this business, what I would highly encourage is that you create some free accounts under yourself that you can gift new members, because that's exciting too when a new member can come in and their streamline is not 0, right? You can create a bunch of accounts, let the streamline grow for a couple of weeks, give it to somebody, give it to a new member. Very easy to do. Just transfer the account to them, and at that point they could have 200, 300, maybe 500,000 in the streamline as a brand new member. So for them, that's great, because when they qualify for the pool share, they're making more money, right? Rather than having a brand new account that's at 0. So I highly encourage that. Make some free accounts that you can gift a new member, right? Guys, the last way that we can get paid with Paraiba is the ranking bonus. These are exciting one-time bonuses the company will pay you for building a team and achieving these ranks. So I just, as an example, became a green diamond member. So that means that I have $10,000 working for myself personally. And then on my first line, I've got between 5 and 9 people and a total of $5,000 deposited on that first line. And I have at least 1 blue member on my team. So the company recently paid me $1,000 bonus. That was really nice. Okay. And we just had someone, I believe my sponsor is about to become a purple diamond this week. Stefan, I believe, is about to become a purple diamond. So that's exciting. He's going to get a nice bonus there. And I also know, I believe that Mario, who may be on with us, I'm not sure, I can't see everybody on, but I believe he just became a Paraiba Blue Diamond here. I mean, that's incredible. $25,000 cash to him. And you can put that in your pocket, right? So you can take it right out into your own Bitcoin wallet immediately. Or you can put that money to work, trading with Paraiba. Up to you. That's your choice. Very cool. Okay. Let me show you my account, guys. My account real quick here. Let me log in so you can see it, so you can understand and visualize a little bit more about some of these income streams with Paraiba, because boy, they're getting exciting, I must say. So the first thing that your eye kind of pops onto when you log into your account with Paraiba is the streamline. And remember I said the streamline are all of the deposits that come into the company after you have joined. And the company will pay you a percentage of this amount, which is from the trading profits. So what the company does here, and you can see in the middle, the pools, 1 to 7. So the pools are paid off this streamline amount. So the company takes $11 million, they times it by 0.05%, and they divide it amongst the people who are qualified for each one of these pools. So as you can see, in pool 1, there's 1,171 members in the company that qualify for pool 1, right? Which means they've got $1,000 themselves working and $1,000 on their first line. So in my case, my portion of that profit is $4.80. And you can see here, I just qualified for pool 4. There's 83 people in the company qualified for pool 4. My portion, 67.72 yesterday. All right. So that's real nice. That bumped up my daily income considerably now that I'm getting pool 4. And you can see here in gray, these are incomes that would come to me if I were qualified for these pools. So obviously I want to get qualified for these as fast as possible because, you know, I've got a lot of money on the table here. If I qualify for pool 7 today, I'd be making another $674.50. That's pretty amazing. Okay. This is why you want to get started with Paraiba as soon as possible. So that streamline amount is growing high. All right. You want a nice high streamline amount because the higher the streamline, the more you're making from these pools when you qualify for them. So a really neat way that we get paid here with Paraiba. The first line, guys, the first line bonus is paid off this number here. Those are my personally referred members, the deposit amounts that they have put in. And then the down line, which is my entire team to infinity depth. We have a volume here of about 258,000. And then my own deposit is 10,000 currently. Okay, so right now, guys, been able to create a very nice growing, weekly growing income. $349 I got paid yesterday. So, you know, I'm getting close now to about $6,000 per month US with Paraiba. You know, so I'm very excited about that, what we've been able to do. I've got team members that are doing almost as good as me now. So that's very exciting to see. And we've got people doing much better than that. Okay, so there's almost anything that you want here, whatever you're looking for, it can be done. All right, we've got people making thousands of dollars per day with Paraiba. So that is achievable. That is possible. Now, how would you get started here with Paraiba? Very simple. On the left-hand side, you would click on Finance. You would click on Add Balance. And you've got to have Bitcoin, obviously, right? You need a wallet. You need a wallet. You need an exchanger. You need a way to buy Bitcoin, okay? In the US, Coinbase is probably a good option. We've used it for many people. It can take a few days sometimes to get funded, but we like Coinbase to get started here with this if you're in the US. In Canada, CoinSquare is good, CoinSquare. And there's lots of options in Europe as well, Crypto.com. There's many out there, guys. We have websites available for you to get wallets, to get Bitcoin to buy it. It's no problem. Just contact us. We'll give you that information. All right. So how would you get started here? Let's say if you were going to get started with $1,000, I might add $1, right? Just for blockchain fees. Hopefully we don't, come in under 1,000 once it gets there. Then I would click calculate, and the company's going to give us the exact amount of BTC, of Bitcoin, to transfer. You would never go into your wallet and try to transfer a dollar amount. Okay. Don't do that. You want to make sure that you put in the exact Bitcoin amount that Paraiba is telling you here to send. And then you're going to copy the Bitcoin wallet address here that they give you. If you have a mobile wallet, you can simply take a picture of the QR code and the wallet will pop up and send your funds. Okay. So very easy. Once the funds are in Paraiba, they're going to show up in your usable balance box at the bottom left corner. There's one more step to do because it needs to go in your deposit box. All right. When your funds are in your deposit box, that means they're working. They're profiting with Paraiba. So one last step is go back to Finance, click on Use Balance, and the deposit's already circled here automatically. I can't do anything right now because I don't have a minimum of 25, but there'll be a box here. And you simply put in the amount, or the amount should probably already be there, and you'll click on Save, and it'll then be in your deposit box. Very simple. And don't worry, we've got videos on how to do this. All available for you afterwards, guys, if you need any extra information. I'm going to show one more thing, and this is for passive people that have a little bit more money. I'm just going to take a minute to describe this because you should know it's here in case either yourself or you have someone that you've referred may want to do this, but these are called the incentives, okay? The Quick Start programs, we call them, QSP, Quick Start programs, and they start at 10,000 and go up from there, all right? So again, they won't be for everybody, but there will be some people that may be interested in this. We've got quite a few people that have already done it. So let me show you what that looks like. So I've done the most recent numbers here with Paraiba in terms of the number of people qualified in the pools. just going to take the first one as an example so you understand the concept here. If somebody had $10,000, what they could do, guys, and if they get the package here that the company already has, it's already done for them if they buy it as a package. So what the company will do is they'll give you one main account that has $5,000 in it, and then they will create 5 sub-accounts under you in your name that you control that have $1,000 each in them. So a total of 5,000 in those sub-accounts. Grand total 10,000. But you can see that you've bumped up your monthly income with this, right? Instead of the regular 5%, all right, 5.1%. Now you're getting in around 7, just over 7%. So we bumped that up a couple of percentage points. And you can see with these higher packages that the percentages monthly get higher. Okay, so this is very possible for people that have more money passive. This is based on a $3 million streamline and the current numbers in the company right now for the qualifiers. So pretty good way. We've had people do this, guys, and you can do this with a minimum, by the way, a minimum of $2,000. You can actually do this manually, all right, manually. So if you didn't buy these packages, you could create this manually. So let me just show you a quick example of that. $2,000 example. This is simply you with a main account and then one sub account in your name. So instead of the regular $102 a month, if you put $2,000 in just one account, all right? If you did this sub-account strategy, just the one account under your main account and put $1,000 in each of them, you're bumping this up now to about $130 a month, right? 6.5%, much better than the 5. So this is just an example of one passive way, one strategy that you can use to bump up your income with Paraiba. And the company allows this. These are in your own name. All right, it's just a one-level situation. This is not multiple levels or anything like that. It's just your sub-account underneath your main account or a few different sub-accounts, okay? I did a $6,000 and a $10,000 example also. We can give you this afterwards, guys, if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about this.